configure UI based on marketplace assets. Let's maybe start doing UI that is just in general working. Interaction system, okay, we need this one. Footstep sounds, that's going to be good. And then we need sessions. Everything else is just customability task, add modifier, remove modifier. Everything else is just addition. This is what we really want to do. And then we want to do in general sounds. I would actually even say, I would say sounds. I would even add now weapon swings, weapon hits, blood effect. I would say also physical items dropped. I would also do a dev state, and dev state should have ragdoll. Everybody loves ragdolling. And then we will need also particles. So what particles do we need? We need weapon hit effects, blood effects, and maybe buffs. Nah, don't really. Okay, let's go here and say def sound, handle def disables. Okay, and particles will be low priority, sounds will be low. This is more important. Let's go with the UI. So I will first make a very basic UI. So we'll just go here on the top. We're going to say, okay, I have a meeting right now, so I'll be back at it in a second. But what we need is we need a UI high level folder, and we need to give it like a color. For sounds UI and particles, I usually go with like a yellowish, like this. So UI. I go with green for environments and sometimes levels. So okay, we got this. Okay, that went fast. I'm back and we're going to set up some really basic UI. So the way you would do it normally is that you would make a blueprint class, and the class is HUD. So we want to create a HUD. You want to select that and call it fantasy HUD, for example. And this fantasy HUD, what it wants to do, it wants to implement an interface. So we can actually even put this interface here because it's for widgets only. Call it blueprint interface, call it BI blueprint interface underscore fantasy HUD interface. And we want to implement this interface inside our HUD. Okay. And now we want to go into this interface and we want to just start doing some functions. So we want to init HUD function, which is just, or you know what, even show HUD function. It will have an input of param called show or visible. We need another one which will be called show HP, and we might want to do show stamina, show stats, and we might want to also display show combat. Okay, and all of those will have a param called just show. Okay, we just save it and it gets automatically added here to our functions where once we reset that. What? Fantasy HUD interface. Oh, let's give it a category. Let's get the category widgets. Just all of them. So we got interface widgets and a show HUD didn't go there. What? I don't get it. Wait, let's go here again. Does it have any outputs? No. It has an input. But it is interface. Okay, whatever that is. So first of all, we need to make a widget. User interface, do a widget blueprint. Let's call it BP HUD widget. And HUD widget will basically contain everything. It's just a container. And it's empty. So it's just HUD widget. So what we want to do on show HUD, we want to do it like this. HUD widget, and this HUD widget will be of type HUD widget object reference. We want to get and make it a valid get. So we want to see if it is valid. If it is valid, we want to see if it is in player view, in viewport. Is in viewport, okay. So if it is in viewport, true, then we want to do nothing. If it's not, then we want to add to player screen. And then if it is not valid, we want to create widget of class BP HUD widget. Owning player is get player controller 0. And this is everything for visible true. So if it is true, if it's not valid, we want to construct it, and then we want to set it as a reference. And then from this reference, we want to add to player screen. So create and add, and this is created, so only add. Okay, and this entire thing is visible. Okay, so now if it is not, we don't want it to be visible, we want to do the same. We want to get valid. If it is not valid, we don't want to do anything. If it is valid, we want to see if it's in viewport. And if it is in viewport true, then we want to remove from parent, or we can also just hide it, but let's say that we want to remove from, you know what, we want to hide it. Set visibility to hidden, and we want to also set visibility here so this is added to player screen, and we're not removing from parent. So instead of doing that, we're checking if it's visible. And if it is visible not, then we want to set the visibility to visible. Okay. And here we're just adding to screen, so it is visible by default. And if it is not valid, we need to do anything. Hide if visible. Okay. So this is set HUD visibility. Compile. And why this is wrong? API Fantasy HUD interface. Notice declared in a parent with a different signature. Oh, I can't use show HUD. I need to call it differently. So this name is already taken. So instead of show HUD, we need to have display HUD. Yeah, like this. Now this should work. Display HUD. Implement and show HUD. Oh, this is a variable. Okay, I don't care about it really. So let's just do this. Okay. So we got this HUD and it's empty. So we want to add some widgets. Let's do a widget. Let's do user with interface widget. Let's call it health bar. Well, it's UI underscore health bar actually. And this should be UI HUD widget. I mean, you can also do this is widget blueprint, so WB, or you can do BP as well, but I do UI. That's just a thing I do. Okay, save everything, and hopefully this didn't break. Construct of class UI. Okay, it's changed automatically. That's great. Let's get back here and health bar. So health bar, we got canvas panel, and this is custom. Let's make it height of 60 and width of 604. No, width of even 220 and height of 60. And we want to do maybe scale box in it, and in this scale box we want this scale box to fill everything, and inside this scale box we want to have a progress bar. Okay, and we want this progress bar to fill the scale box, and background image is just a color. Let's make it like darker, and this is health. Okay, so fill image will be also a color, but let's make it green. So this is health, or you know what, let's make it red because it's health. Let's make it red. Percentage. Why is it black? Okay, I don't know, but this works. Okay, so we got this percentage. And what we need is another function interface function to be called update health inside widgets. Update health widget. UI, HUD widget, and health bar. Okay, so first of all, we go to HUD widget, and we need our health bar, and we want it to be anchored to the top. We want to be it somewhere like here, and just extend it. So what we want is x is 0.5 and 0, so it's perfectly still. Y is 12 from the top, that's okay. This will be, let's say, 960 by 60, and this is our health. And this is the alignment, and we don't need anything more. So we also want to make sure that this entire widget is a variable. So this is health bar, just health bar. So we now go to health bar, and here we want to also implement widget interface, no, HUD interface. Yes, fantasy HUD interface, and we want to just run the function update health bar implement, and we want to do also a show HP implement. So on show HP health bar, we want to get, and we want to set visibility, select, and true is visible, false is hidden. And the default on this will be also hidden. Where is it? No, testable hidden. That's the one you want to have on default. And we want to also implement the update health widget. And oh, we already implemented that, so it's here. And update health widget, oh, where's the function? It need to have an input of percentage, which is float, and value, which is surprisingly integer. We don't need more because we might want, let's do that. Let's go into our health bar. Let's also get text. Can I add text into, oh, into Scalebox? I can't, but I can add it. No, never mind. I could just add text, but on the other hand, I could just add text here. And I could just move it the same. And here I would say, and I would also align it. Color and opacity, I would make it white, so that's okay. Middle. Why I would say like 22. Yep. And just leave it at that. Value, and I also need max value then. Widget interface, okay, and max value. Okay, UE HUD value max value. So what I want to do, I want to get health bar, and I want to also call this variable health text, for example. So I'm doing a combination of custom widgets and just normal basic widgets, and I can use multiple ones. Okay, set text of text, and it will be format text, and it is value by max. Value by max. I'm updating this text and this set update health. Update health widget. I just push forward the variables. And now I go into health bar, I go here, and I also need to implement interface. And this is HUD interface. And I can just say progress bar get. And from the interface, I want to do just update health widget, implement set percentage, and that's the percentage. So that seems like a lot, but you'll see it work in a second. So I do this, I do that, I do this. Okay. And okay. So now I go to my character and I have event graph and I got some basic stuff. So on health update, we're going to do something else. Game logic, it's here. So even possess on owning client. So this is happening only on the owning client. So we want to get HUD because get controller. Well, wait a second. Get HUD target player controller. Oh, okay. And get player controller. So this is on local player controller only. We want to see if this character is local player or is it just player controlled, because possess can happen on an AI controller, but if it is player controlled, true, then we want to get local player controller 0, which is just the local player controller, and we want to get his HUD. And now on this HUD we want to do show HUD. No, it was HUD message display HUD. Okay, display HUD message. Health, which is update health widget, and we also want to display, oh, what was it called? Show HP. Oh, I'm terrible. Show health. That's a lot better. Let's go here to our character and want to do show health. I want to display health, show, and then want to update health. And to update health, we need to get health from self. So we can just get function or interface call, doesn't matter, on self. And we want to say, this is the percentage, this is the health, and this is the max value. Thank you. This and that. Okay. And now each time that we player input, where did I put it? Event graph. It's on event graph. So on health update, we can also do the same thing as usual. So we can just is player controlled, local controlled, and if he is player local controlled, so if he is player local controlled true, then we want to get get controller get player controller 0, get HUD, and want to update health, and want to also get health as a self interface call, and want to do health, max health percentage. So this is update health bar on local client only, and this is debug string health percentage. Okay, and if we go back in play, so into game logic, we should name this as well. Init HUD if player controlled. Okay, and you know what? We can also we don't have def event yet, but we can do something on def. So we can go into character data, add event on died. We can print string, you died, obviously, and we want to do a copy. Okay, let's collapse that as well. HUD. And we have event graph, collapse to macro, local player, true false. And now we can use this local player multiple times. So we have local player, update health, and we go into event graph. So on health update. And of course we can handle that inside the component, but I'm just temporarily handling it here. Let's find died. It's in game logic. Okay. So let's copy it to event graph as well, because we got this here. Died, local player, macro. So if we are local player, then get player controller 0, and we want to show HUD, display HUD. Oh, but we need HUD to display HUD. Visible, no. Only this. Okay. So if I go here, nothing happened. Okay, because I need to still go into Fantasy HUD, because we got this, but we haven't handled the rest. So we need to update health widget, implement event, and show health implement event. So on show health, we want to just push show health here. Okay, show. And on update health, we want to do the same. And by the way, if you are wondering what's the difference between interface call and message, you are sending to an object that you don't know for sure if it implements interface or not. And if it doesn't implement interface, it will not crash your entire game. It will just return nothing, and that's it. But when you have a class that interprets an interface and you know it, and the engine knows it, it allows you to call directly interface function, but it is equal to calling a function, so it will fail if you don't really implement this interface. Health stuff. Okay, so that didn't happen for some reason. Okay, let's go from here. So health, we are pushing to HUD widget. HUD widget, show health, update health. Health stuff. And health bar itself just does update widget. Doesn't matter if it shows. Okay. So let's do F9 here, F9 here, and inside health widget, F9 here. And oh, okay, yeah. So for our game mode, we need to also select our HUD as HUD class. Otherwise, nothing will work. That's obvious. So yeah, this worked, and this worked. Everything clicked, and we have it. So I got 10 health, and that's it. And I can't do anything with it, but I can show it. So if I now go here, and for example, I go into event graph. No, not this one, into character. Okay, let's close everything we're not working on right now. So this, that, and we just got widgets, and we just finished health, so we don't need it. Save. Okay, we're here. You know what? Maybe let's health bar. So maybe this is the problem. Maybe if I do this lighter, like semi-transparent. Like, why it's black? I don't get it. This is the tint. It's like this. This is the background. This is the fill. Image size is, I don't get it. 0 by 0. Show us box. Show us image. Box. Okay, let's leave it black. I don't understand widgets. I understand programming though. So if we go here and we on okay, let's go from the start. In event graph, game logic. In game logic, we have this HUD stuff. So if I do display HUD, but I don't show health and don't get health, I will get only what I haven't hidden by default. So those numbers, right? If I do show health, but I don't update health, I will get this with default values. Wait, I need to remove those, remove that, and here I already removed. Okay. I will get just default values. If I hit play, I will have only this bar. But if I do update, it will now show and it will update properly. Okay. So now if I go, because we already can deal damage and damage is handled by the everything, I can play as a client, hit play, Okay, hit F11. I can go into sword and shield and just stand here. And this guy is going to hit me really hard. Bam! And you know what? Oh, it was displayed only for a second. But he killed me, and when I died, my HUD disappeared. I mean, I think he killed me. Let's read the values again. At minus 60, minus 50. Yeah, he definitely very much killed me. Okay, with one swing. Show error messages. Let's go through the errors. Let's see, what do we have here? Update health widget. So it's inside this, it goes into this. So we can't update widget if it doesn't exist probably. So we might just do this and copy it and put it here. Okay. I would say it was this. Uh-huh. And here is the exact same thing. So he is trying to do something. Oh, and my widgets don't spawn on. Yeah, they don't. Interesting. So this didn't happen. So on owning client, HUD is player control print string, not player controlled. That would be strange. Not player controlled 2 times. Wow. Uh, what? I mean, how? How I am not player controlled? This goes on possess. Even possess owning client, reliable on owning client only. Mm, I mean, as long as I don't have AI, this will not give me errors. And you died. And congrats, you're dead. And the HUD disappeared, so it works. So this is how we would normally do HUD, and it's very time consuming, but that's the proper way to do it. You just have one class, like one master class, and then you do everything by just interface commands, and this is the best possible way to do it. But what I'm going to do is, well, oh, let's see if it's just valid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a HUD that is from Marketplace. But for now, I'm just going to add one more widget for testing purposes because I want to see my stamina. So let's make a copy of that. And let's just make it stamina bar. Mm-hmm. And now it's blue. What? Okay, I don't mind. It can be like that. stamina bar, and we need stamina functions. It's going to be really fast. So we need just to open HUD widget. We need to open HUD. We need to open interface, and we need to do. We already got show stamina, so we need to update stamina. We don't care about values. We just want to have input of percentage in float. Okay. And we go into our HUD, and we go into show stamina, implement, and update stamina, implement. And we're doing the same as here. So we're going into our HUD widget. We will add stamina, and it will be anchored here. Add 0, add 0.5, and position Y will be 72, so it's directly, you know what, even 75, 3 pixels apart. Size will be 720, and the Y size will be 10. Only 10. And we're going to name it stamina. It's a variable, and we're going to copy here. So show stamina. Show stamina implement, and we want to say that it's for stamina. And we want update stamina implement. I want to say, you know what, this guy update stamina. No, not like this. Like this. Okay. So we got stamina. Now we go into this stamina bar graph, and we need just interface update stamina. So we want to delete this. I want to call this. I want to say progress bar percentage, set percentage to this value. Okay. And lastly, like we have it here, is that we have stamina, where we have HUD widget. We go to HUD widget from the HUD, and we say show stamina, and we say update stamina. That's pretty fast so far. UI HUD widget, this is updating. Okay, and design, this is visible. It's hidden by default. Okay. And now we want to update stamina on tick. So you go here, game logic, no, event graph, because this will all go for deletion. And I don't think we have update stamina, so we do tick. And we get our fantasy. You know what? We can just get stamina. And we can get the interface call on ourself. We can get stamina, max stamina, and percentage, and then we do local player true, and we get our HUD. We can actually collapse that to a macro as well, or to a function. Get custom HUD and return node, and this is the entry. Get HUD, and we can even cast to fantasy HUD. But you know what, we don't need to, just get HUD. And it's a pure function. Okay, so get HUD pure function next to our macro, and we say update stamina. message. And percentage is stamina percentage. Okay, only thing here, update stamina HUD requires HUD widget to be valid. So again, convert to valid get. And that's the target. And this also convert to valid get. And we now to show the stamina bar. So we go back to the character, game logic, HUD, and we do the same here. So we do just drag from this HUD and say show stamina. Stamina message. Sure. Okay. Play. What is wrong with this? It's a block. Is it not looking properly? It should be something wrong with the animation. Never mind. Okay, so the stamina is not updating. Why is that? Let's go back here. No. Into event graph, take get stamina, local player. Let's put it as one, standalone. Click from here. Okay, my stamina is indeed not updating. I will bring it to the next screen and let's see if this is happening. Yes, yes, yes. Update stamina to my HUD. Event update stamina. If HUD is valid, then update stamina. F9. And then we go to HUD widget, graph stamina. Update stamina value. Okay, great. And then inside my stamina bar, event update stamina sets percentage of the progress bar. Or maybe I just don't see it. Okay. Okay. So it does get cold. And yeah, try it. Maybe I need to make it bigger. Like I said, I'm terrible with widgets, so maybe because it's so small, it's getting issues. No. Interesting. Let's. Oh. Let's see here if I even get stamina is being updated by anyway. Get stamina, BP, get stamina. Okay, let's go to our main component. Core, character data, and we want to go to resources. Get stamina. Ha! Oh, interesting. Stamina, max stamina, and stamina percentage is stamina by max stamina percentage. That's why it was like, oh, that's a big fail. I haven't implemented that straight away. Terrible. But now you can see my stamina regenerating. So if I hit 6 out of 18, and if I do consequent attacks, I will finally run out of it. And yeah, I need 6 to even go into this defensive pose. And this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Okay, so stamina works. Let's see multiplayer. Play. Oh, I think I killed him immediately. Yeah, he got killed. He doesn't have now. Oh, he doesn't regenerate stamina because he's dead. I need to do it again. I need to open by holding block. Then. Oh, what? I just found a bag. Weapon, sword and shield. Block, SMS. Yeah. Play again. Okay. Nothing broken there. I mean, with what weapon I will deal the least damage? I think with the spear. Bam! And I dealt what? 4 damage? Apparently. And I missed, and then I dealt another 4 damage, and then I killed him. At this point, I know that my abilities are being executed properly, so I can go into the core and stop this absolute trash of, oh, you know what, not here. I need to go all the way back to fantasy ability template, but you know what, before I change fantasy ability template, I'm going to save everything and commit to repository. So yeah, I'm going to do this first because updating ability that updates 60 abilities, I want to have to fix them by hand. Added damage and hit checks and basic UI. Commit and actually push. Okay, now I saved per se, and now I can go here, graph, and I want to disconnect this, this, compile, save. And also, can ability execute? Okay, it doesn't display anything. Can cancel, interrupt, doesn't display. Great. Play, server, true. What is this true? I don't recall. What's going on? Let's start with this guy. There's somewhat terribly out of sync. Yeah, I guess I have to just restart the editor. And I killed this guy. Okay. So I know that I can receive damage, deal damage, and I can die, and I can display some basic information. So that's already a lot. Let's go to here. Okay, so configure UI. I should actually do it like this. Explain how HUD works. And what is funny about HUD is that you have access to it from the server as well. You can push information into very specific controller's HUD, and it can get replicated to that controller's HUD from the server directly. Make basic HUD and then implement marketplace HUD. And I'm not going to show implementation of marketplace HUD because that's no tutorial. So I just put it into verification here. And next will be def. Interaction will go later, even after sounds and after particles. And then we will need sessions, and then we'll need interaction and some gameplay goals. So this will be for custom. It will be for sessions. It will be. Oh, we got delayed found and. No, okay. So we need gameplay goals. We need something that will push any kind of gameplay onto the game, and any scoring system, anything like that to handle the game to be an actual game. Okay, I'm going to make